Christie Brinkley reveals the moment she found out husband Peter Cook was having an affair. There were many times I wondered if I'd ever recover, the supermodel, 71, writes in her new memoir, Uptown Girl, of the scandalous split from her fourth husband. It was the most tortured relationship I've ever had, writes Christie Brinkley of her fourth marriage to architect Peter Cook. For years, the 71-year-old supermodel has said very little about what happened after she learned Cook was having an affair in 2006, leading to their scandalous split after 8 years of marriage. The divorce and drawn-out custody battle over their daughter, Sailor, and Jack, her son whom he'd adopted, created endless headlines. But in her powerful new memoir, Uptown Girl, out today, Brinkley reveals much more, including how she first learned of his affair. It was 2006 and she was giving a graduation speech at a local high school in the Hamptons, when Brinkley was approached by a man she'd never seen before. "Excuse me," he said softly. "I need to tell you that arrogant husband of yours has been having an affair with my teenage daughter." "I was so stunned that I froze," she writes. She looked into the audience where Cook was sitting with Jack. "As soon as I saw him," she continues, "Peter's eyes were already trained on my face as he began shaking his head, no." When your whole world falls apart and you realize in a heartbeat you've suddenly become the cliché middle-aged woman whose husband is having an affair with a much younger woman, what do? She writes. After 4 marriages, Christie Brinkley says, "I still believe in love." Exclusive. The People app is now available in the Apple App Store. Download it now for the most binge-worthy celeb content, exclusive video clips, astrology updates, and more. She began by finding strength in her female friends, 2 of whom later urged Brinkley to search their family computer for more information. One night, they came over to help, a scene which she describes as something out of Charlie's Angels. There, she found a labyrinth of files. A panoply of incriminating photos and porn accounts populated the screen like fireworks, and before I knew it, my printer was shooting beaver shots out into the room, she writes. It was so insane that it was almost funny, and soon enough, the 3 of us were doubled over in laughter, as printouts of girls in X-rated poses began piling up on the floor faster than trash outside a greasy takeaway. How Christie Brinkley fell for Billy Joel. I found myself undeniably attracted to this physically hot and charismatic man, exclusive. Brinkley and Cook's ensuing split ended up in a 6-year court battle. I kept saying I don't understand what good was a prenup? She says, looking back. It was exhausting and scary because I always lived in fear of them taking my kids because that was the constant threat and a terrifying thing to live with. I got a prenup so I didn't have to go through all this, but still did. It was mind-boggling and it was hard to write about. The People Puzzler crossword is here. How quickly can you solve it? Play now. For years, she says, I didn't say anything to anybody. But one day when I came out of the courtroom I said, Google a narcissist. The letters started pouring in and I had so many women saying, thank you. I realize other women are going through it. I'm not alone. Christie Brinkley tried out for Daryl Hannah's role in Splash. Would have been a perfect part, exclusive. And today, she looks back with gratitude for what the experience brought her. Namely, her 3 children. There were many times when I wondered if I would ever recover, she writes in her book. Whenever I felt this, I stopped, looked inward and counted my blessings, which was a long list that always started with Alexa Ray, Jack and Sailor. Now grown, Alexa Ray, 39, Jack, 29, and Sailor, 26, have supported her newfound candor. Reflects Brinkley, they said it's your story to tell, so tell it.